Hello, this is David Wolfscale, and I'm here along with Phil Whitman, and we're the leadership team of Whitman Business Advisors. And something we do a lot of is merger deals. And so what we want to do today is to go in depth with what our 4 C's of a great merger are. And we truly believe that if the 4 C's aren't in alignment, and you should know whether they're in alignment, typically the first meeting even, you should not move forward. The 4 C's are so critical for both the short-term success of a deal, but even more importantly, what's going to happen a year, 2, and 3 years down the road. And we think they're really divided into 2 core areas. One are people issues, and the other one are business issues. And what we find is firms that try and do this on their own, sometimes all they do is focus on those people issues. So Phil, why don't you discuss the 2 C's that we really define as people focus?
Absolutely. Thank you, David. So, we say it's like buying a diamond. When you get married, there are the 4 C's. And in a merger deal, it's chemistry and culture that are the people issues. And just like you go on several dates, before you decide that the person that you're dating is the right person to marry. It's the same thing with an M&A deal. However, at Whitman Business Advisors, we've sort of simplified that process. And we hear all the time how firms meet, and it's a 1 year or even 2 year, and they're still talking. And, typically what we find is our process, which we call, lean M&A, helping you get to the finish line faster. We typically break our meetings into the first one about the 4 C's, and the second one, which we'll talk about in a future short video with you, is about the 5 critical factors. So as it relates to the 4 C's, that's meeting number 1, where we're going to dig into chemistry, culture, core niches, and client base. I'm going to focus right now on the chemistry and the culture. So chemistry is exactly that. Do I like the person or people sitting across the table from me? Am I able to build good rapport with them? And even more importantly, is this someone that I would want to have dinner together with either my husband or wife, or have a drink at a bar with? So another thing about chemistry, and we see this a lot, and this is very important, very telling. I can't tell you how many times I've facilitated a merger meeting, and it's an initial meeting, and the check comes and everyone just sits there. Now, obviously, I kind of break that silence by grabbing the check, but that's not licensed for you if we're having a meeting together to sit there so that I pick up your check. But it really says something to the managing partner that's sitting across from you, especially if you're the larger firm. What I really love seeing is when both parties reach for the check. So chemistry, very, very critical. And if there isn't good chemistry, run. Okay, I don't care how good that deal looks to you. Now, the next thing I want to focus on is culture. And culture speaks to a lot of things. It's how you dress. Are you suit and tie 5 days a week? Are you business casual only on Friday? Or are we dress for our day? Culture is how you bill, the frequency of billing. Are we monthly? Are we semi-annually? Yes, we see firms that bill twice a year, not the best of practices. Or are you billing every 2 weeks? It's also how you treat your people, how you talk to your people. Communication is key. And culture is, as it relates to people, how you invest in them. Are you a high training culture where you're investing dollars and helping your people become better? There are so many things geared towards culture, but for right now, I'd like to flip this to David so he can talk about the business issues, the core niches, and the client base.
Thank you so much, Phil. So core niches is also another critical factor. What we find with core niches, they need to either be aspirational I want to get into healthcare and it's easier to buy the expertise or to merge in the expertise, or it needs to be complementary. So, and that could be, I have a high net worth practice and I'm looking for somebody who is strong in real estate so we can serve our clients better. The next thing is client base. Again, this is a place where mismatches cause significant issues post-merger. In a couple ways we hear discussions about client bases. What's your minimum 1040? That's a good indication of who those clients are, what they're willing to pay. Sometimes we talk about what is the ideal client or discuss what are some of those larger clients. But if the client base is not in alignment with each other, what oftentimes happens post-merger is the smaller clients become unimportant or less important, and it causes friction within that firm about who they should be working with. And again, post-merger issues. And these 4 C's are designed to make that post-merger into a place where it's about growing the combined organization, not having friction about our vision of who we're serving. So my name is David Wolfscale. I'm here with Phil Whitman. We're the leadership team of Whitman Business Advisors. If you're looking for any insights or advice on mergers and acquisitions, we're here to help you. Thank you very much.